Okay, so today we're gonna go lay some chemicals, some granule lime. We suspect that a few of our yards need some extra lime because they seem to be showing signs of pH problems. So we're gonna go do that today, and next week we'll probably lay some granule 1804. So let's get that started, and then we might pick up some plants. We got to plant some plants over at the last mulch job we did. So we'll get that done, and then it'll be a good day. It's warm. Oh, one more thing. If you stick around to the end, I'll show you the products we use and why we use them, and even the spreader that we use that you see in the video. So stick around. The dreaded spring henbit weed. Terrible if it's not treated. It goes for miles and miles and miles. But they don't treat this yard, so we're just gonna knock it down probably next week with the mower. Bit. Here's a little tip. If you have trees like that, in your front yard or backyard, which the turf really gets almost zero sun, don't expect a luscious, gorgeous yard. because it is very difficult to grow grass in nothing but shade. So we do what we can, but sometimes you're just dealt the cards. You're just dealt the cards. So we'll make it look good for at least a little while. Did I mention that it's gumball season? And did I also mention I hate sweet gum trees and gumballs? As you can see, we're having a beautiful day. I think it's the 19th of February in North Carolina. I'm gonna say it's over 70 degrees and we started sweating. So this is beautiful. Tomorrow's supposed to be about the same. So we'll see what happens. Okay, it's about a week later. We put down the lime on the yards that we thought they were having a pH problem, so we'll see how that does. We could do a soil sample, but right now they take a long time to get back, and by the time they get back, it'll be too late. So we're just gonna put the lime down, which we did last week, and we'll see how it goes. And then this week we are going to put down 1804 with 37% prodiamine. That's the weed killer, or weed preventer, I should say, and the fertilizer. So the grass will get its first shot of nitrogen. It'll start growing in the next week or two. We're supposed to have a lot of rain tomorrow. It'll shoot up, and then we might be mowing in about 2 weeks, which we're pretty excited about because we're pretty much tired of the winter weather. We've had enough, and we're ready to get back to maintenance and all the other projects. And we do have some good projects coming up, so I look forward to that. And so we're also going to put down some Roundup and some prodiamine on all their beds to keep the weeds from growing. We usually do this about every 4 to 6 weeks. We use Roundup Pro and this stuff called, I think it's called 65AWG, and it's yellow. That's how you know what it is. And so we'll put that around the flower beds. Tyler's rolling on some 1804 fertilizer, so that'll get us started for the year. And let's get it done. And you see all those gumballs? Thousands of them up there. Let's see if I can get even bigger. There they are. Oh yeah. They're everywhere. Look at them. And then they all fall down. See how yellow this yard is? Look, there's all those gumballs. I think we're gonna wait on cleaning them up one more week, and then wait for this grass to green up a little bit, get a little thicker. But by next week, this should be pretty green, and we should start mowing here in a couple weeks. And of course, when you're putting down chemicals, always consult with your state, local, and federal government to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Okay? So here's the fast-acting lime that we use. It's a Verde Lawn Products, and it's the fast-acting one. It gives the, right on the label there, it gives you what kind of spreader you're using. Now, if you got a home spreader, it probably won't be on there, and give you the application rate and the number that you should choose on your dial there. But it definitely has the commercial, and this is a commercial type bag, 50 pounds. So that's what we use for our lime for the fast acting. The other, I don't have a example of the maintenance line, but in any case. And then this is the granule that we'll put in flower beds. It's called 007. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, 007.
And we use that just to throw into, places in flower beds that don't that have too much shrubbery, or it's hard to get in because of certain types of plants, juniper and low growing stuff like that. So we throw that in as our weed protector. And then this is what we also put down today, which is the 1804 with prodiamine. It comes mixed in there, so you don't have to do anything but set your dial on your spreader and spread it out. And that will give your grass the nitrogen that you need, and it will put down that prodiamine to keep the crabgrass and the rest of the weeds from growing, at least for about 6-8 weeks or so. The prodiamine we use in our pump sprayer is that Resolute 65WG, and it's a granule, and we put in about a capful per gallon roughly. And then this is the Roundup Quick Pro that we use. That is also a granule, and they're just nice to use so you don't drip stuff on you and cause any kind of contamination on your body. So you mix it in, and then you just shake the product in your sprayers. And then of course, and let me think, anything else? And then the next product we're going to be putting down is the Barricade. It's a little less nitrogen, 1608, but we'll get to that when we get there. Okay? And this is one of the things we use. This is the spreader that we use. It's called the Lesco spreader. And they're very expensive. But if you're kind of the person that just wants to buy something once, this is the spreader. It all the parts on it are replaceable. You can order it from the manufacturer or distributor, and it works really well. You can put a ton of weight in this and not even know that it's there. It's all like metal except for the bucket here, and that's thick. I mean, this is a thick bucket. And all the levers and stuff, they work really well. They don't get all corroded. And again, if you break anything on it, you can order it. Now, I suggest if you want to buy one of these, they're probably about, I'm going to say $600 to $700 new, something like that. But if you want to go to Marketplace, you probably could pick one up for about half that price and never, ever buy a spreader again. Okay, so in review, fescue, we're going to lay down some lime if you know you have a problem. If you think you're okay, that's great. Let's start with 1804 with 38% prodiamine. Let's get that down in the end of February, beginning of March, when the soil temperature is roughly 55 degrees. And then if you have flower beds you want to get taken care of, get some Roundup Pro and get some 65 AG prodiamine granule. Mix those together with appropriate amounts and start laying that in your flower beds. Right now is a good time too. You might have to redo it if you're going to remulch. You might have to redo it, but this is a good time to start, and it'll help even if you do mulch, because the old mulch won't grow the weeds. It'll have to start over fresh on top. So that's review. Get your 1804 out, 55 degrees soil temperature. Let's put some stuff down on your beds to keep the weeds, and the current weeds will go away. And then in another, I don't know, about 6 weeks, we'll lay down some more fertilizer and prodiamine on fescue. This is also a good time to do pre-emergent on your Bermuda. which will be the 008 that has prodiamine in it. I know Bermuda hasn't woke up yet. It's still in dormant stage, but it's going to hold back that crabgrass. Okay, there's one more thing. The stuff that we're doing, it's regional. The fertilizer, the lime, the post-emergence, and all that stuff, that's all regional, and we live in North Carolina, zone 7. So if you're in this stretch, these are the times that you should pay attention to what we're doing. If you live in the north or the deep south, your grasses are going to be a little different, and the time, because of the winter and the heat in the south, it's going to be different times that you put down this stuff. So just keep that in mind, and always check to find out where you are and what kind of grasses you have, and the times that you should be doing this stuff. So having said that, let's get started.